It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold.
Hello, you. There.
And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring.
Aren't you a nice boy?
I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat. Here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Here you are, girls. Fill your beaks. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again. What do you need, Papa?
Go up and see the blacksmith. He made some nails for me. Here's some coin.
All right. Anything else while I'm at it?
No, unless you want to stop off at the market and buy some supplies. And before you go, wake Samuel. The boy's still lying in bed and won't stir. He ought to follow your example and Stebor's. You two don't have to be pushed to work. Well, at least he's still better than that good-for-nothing Zbyszek. The lazy wretch. A helper like that isn't worth a damn. If it weren't for his father, God rest his soul, I'd have thrown him out on his ear long ago.
Aye, he's an idler, that one. And he'd hardly give you the time of day, never mind a kind word.
God will reward him in kind one day. Mark my words. You could tell him to get his ass to work, too.
Right. Go for nails, send Samuel and Zbyszek to work. If it's at all possible.
Aye, just so. Oh, and Teresa, once you've done all your chores for the day, I've a little surprise for you.
Really? Now you've got me curious, Pa. I'll be on my way then. Sammy, get up. It's broad daylight, and the birds are singing.
Yeah, I'm up.
Have a bite to eat before going to the mine.
All right, Ma. You don't have to treat me like a child.
Pa says you're idle, and if you carry on like that, he'll throw you out.
Ah! Why would he do that? Then he'd be left only with Stibor, and Stibor is not going to break his back working either.
Don't you talk about my brother that way. Do you think I can't see for myself who works here and who doesn't lift a finger?
Ha! What would you know about real work? You're just a girl.
I know a lot more about it than you. Father is right. You're always idling or slacking off somewhere.
Seems to me like dear Papa lost at dice again, and he's taking it out on me. Now leave me be. I'll go to work when I'm good and ready.
Finally paid back the dozen groschen he owed me.
What, you mean the money you lent him last winter? He could be fine.
God be with you.
How are things?
As always, the sun rose and I expect it'll set again, God willing. You're the miller's girl, aren't you?
That's me, Teresa.
I'm Julian, I'm a woodcutter. I don't think we've ever spoke before. Oh, you've got a lovely dog. What's his name?
We call him Tinker because he always pricks up his ears when he hears the rattle of pots and pans. Pa got him as a tiny pup from some executioner who has lots of dogs. Imagine, the executioner hadn't the heart to drown the pups. I suppose that's why he has so many dogs.
He's a fine fella. I'd love to have a dog like that to take on walks in the woods.
Try asking around the village. Someone might have one for you.
I asked the butcher, he's got a nice dog too, a good guard dog. Always barks at me when I go past. Only the butcher misunderstood what I was after.
How's that?
He thought I was after a dog for meat.
That's horrible. I'd never eat dog meat. Such lovely, useful animals.
Neither would I. Unless I was really starving. But there's plenty of folk who wouldn't think twice about it. I'm glad you stopped by for a chat. But I must get back to work now.
Why are you begging?
I lost everything. I had a wife, a home, children. I had cattle and sheep. Then foreign soldiers came and took it all from me. They killed and burned. Only I survived.
What soldiers do you mean?
I don't know. One soldier's the same as the next. I fled far away to this peaceful land, as far as I could from the scene of my suffering.
I'll give you something. Wait.
A few groschen will do.
Here you are. At least you can get yourself a bite to eat.
Oh, thanks 1,000-fold. God sees your good deed and will watch over you.
What do you need?
Father sent me to pick up nails, but there's no one at the fort.
Aye, sorry, lass. Martin had to go to the castle to talk to Sir Radzig. He's to forge a sword for his lordship.
Oh, I see. And has he made the nails for Pa?
I'm afraid he hasn't had time on account of that sword. But if you come tomorrow, he'll surely have them for you. I'll remind him this evening.
All right, I'll stop by tomorrow.
Do that, dear. Oh, and by the way, the girls were looking for you.
Which girls?
Bianca and Johanka. You should stop by and see them before you go home. You girls must be plotting something.
What was it about?
They didn't say, but it seemed important. Which probably means boys, I suppose, eh?
There's no harm in that, is there, good wife? You were young yourself once and went dancing with boys.
Oh, so I'm an old woman now, am I?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm only teasing you, girl. Dancing is just what you young ones should be doing. Make the most of it while you can. Before you know it, your pa will find you a husband, and you'll have a pack of children to take care of.
Let's hope it's not too soon. Thanks for letting me know. I'll stop by tomorrow for those nails then.
Not at all. Oh, and another thing, Teresa. Have you seen Henry around anywhere? If he helped his father out more at the forge, there'd be no shortage of nails.
I haven't seen him at all.
No doubt he's at that sword play with that so-called combat master again. If he could wield a hammer half as good as a wooden sword, there'd be no shortage of nails.
God save you, Tess.
Bianca, how come you're up so bright and early?
Papa has me running around from dawn till dusk. You know how it is.
Indeed I do.
I'm glad you're here, Tess. You've got to help me with something. But first, can you go and see Henry for me? He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, as usual.
Oh? Playing around with wooden swords again?
Aye. He's getting ready for the life of a mighty warrior.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to protect you from outlaws with wooden swords.
Oh well, boys and their games. Listen, would you bring him a beer from me?
But why don't you bring it yourself?
If Pa saw me running after Henry, he'd tan my hide. But I can't leave him dry in this heat.
All right, I'll bring the beer to him.
Thanks. And don't forget to tell him it's from me.
Everyone knows all the beer in Skalitz is from you and your pa.
You know what I mean. And listen, Tess. Once you've given him the beer, come back to me again. Meanwhile, I'll make an excuse to Pa. I need you to go somewhere with me. But I'll tell you all about it after.
I brought you a beer. I'd say you'd need it after a hard battle.
Ah, great. It's as hot as Pa's forge out here today. That's very sweet of you to get me a beer.
Well, I saw you hopping around here in this heat, and I figured you'd work up quite a thirst.
Ah, you're right there. Thanks. That's very kind of you. I'll have to pay you back somehow.
I'll look forward to it. How come you're training on your own today? You're usually here with that vagabond. What's his name?
Vanyek. And he's not a vagabond. He's a wayfaring combat master.
Well, it looks like he's off wayfaring somewhere else today.
Yeah, more likely sleeping off last night's boozing. Actually, since I've no opponent today, wouldn't you like to have a go? I mean, a bit of swordplay. I could teach you.
Me? Swordplay?
Sure. Why not?
All right then. I accept your challenge, young sir. But I must warn you, I can swat a mouse with a broom with my eyes closed.
Yeah, I knew you had the heart of a warrior. Let's go then. Show me what you're made of. Whoever is the first to hit the other 10 times is the victor.
What if I hurt you, though?
Ah, don't worry. I can handle it.
Don't go easy on me, Hal.
Ah, very good.
Henry! Really? Now that is hardly chivalrous behavior. Now, I shall have to fight for my honor. Take that, you scoundrel! Are you alright?
Nothing, I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Are you mad at me?
No, of course not. It's my own stupid fault.
Well, that'll teach you to go around slapping decent, God-fearing girls on the backside.
Let me have a look at it.
No, it's only a scratch and a couple of splinters. And I didn't mean to, you know.
Show me that.
Ah, really, it's nothing.
You know how it is, Hal. He who lives by the sword.
Dies by the splinter, eh?
There now. By the way, you owe Bianca for that beer.